You see, Kamala Harris did this with a direct action when she decided to get rid of DNA testing on the border. Quickly, here's how it works. You show up on the border as a 13-year-old girl. By the way, you're raped an average of 3 times in that voyage to get to the border. You are currently being used as a sex toy by the cartels all the way up till there. The typical mode of operation under Donald Trump was something called DNA testing. Thanks to modern technological breakthrough, you do swabs, saliva swabs of each individual, you put it in, and in 90 seconds, you can have an affirmative or a negative DNA match. So is the person with the minor actually the relative, or is it somebody else? Super simple, easy to use, take 90 seconds. You don't have to send it out to Abbott Laboratories, 90 seconds. One of the first actions that Kamala Harris took with Joe Biden was to get rid of DNA testing. So here's how it works. They show up on the border, trembling 13-year-old girl who obviously, was just raped a couple times. You could tell her head is down. I've seen it myself. You can go to Yuma to see it, is looking down, and a muscular 35-year-old pimp says, "I'm her dad." And there is no DNA testing that occurs. So instead, they just say, sign on the paperwork, here's your asylum date, it's in 3 years. Of course, it never comes, and the girl is now a sex slave in the United States. Under Trump, we do a DNA test, be like, you're lying, that's not correct. We're gonna find out who her parents actually are, because we're not gonna co-sign to her becoming the worst thing that we could possibly tolerate. However, the church is uninterested in this. Exactly. Pastors are too interested in bigger buildings and more budgets and not in the fact that kids, God's children, are being sold as sex slaves in our own country.